French actually. So good.
Hello everyone, how have you all been? I happened to take my annual summer break with my children, and now that they are back to school, I love working and keeping myself occupied with friends around me. With an Onam celebration that I attended a few days back, I fell in love with the food and the beautiful off-white saris and blouses in contrasting colors that I do wanted to relive the moments again at home. So I have invited a few friends home. This was the same group, a lovely bunch of friends who went trekking together. And I thought it's a nice way to sum up the trek with over food at home than going to a restaurant. So I shopped specific fruits and vegetables that are essence of Kerala, like banana leaf, drumsticks, fresh green leafy vegetables, ripened and raw bananas, raw mangoes. I mean, these were the ones that I could manage to get, pumpkins and coconuts as well. Now, I'm not a Keralite who can cook and showcase authentic Onam food, but what I can do is use these vegetables in creating something that I can without disturbing the authenticity of any of the traditional cuisine. I have arranged some of them into the refrigerator, and I have made a list spreading the work in 2 different days, in which way it will be a lot easy to cook and enjoy than getting stressed. So I have divided the work with a few elements for today. I'm going to go through the checklist without having to miss onto anything. I'm using my mom's recipe to make mavinkai kairasa, making mango toku. It's a kind of a pickle which is sweet and tangy. So I peel out the skin from the mango. Yes, you can use raw mangoes for this recipe, but I could manage to get just these ones for today, which is equally good. I cut them in small chunks. It's a very nice warm day with sun shining nice and bright, and I was struggling to find the right space to capture. So hopefully this is nice and clear, this position of the pan. In a pan with mangoes and water covering up the mangoes, I stir in and cover up with the lid until it becomes soft. Now to make the masala, I have a teaspoon of dhania seeds, coriander seeds, kothumari kalin bija, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, jeera that I dry roast, and then roast 4 dry red chilies with a few drops of oil until they turn crispy. Handful of dry coconuts. I roast all of them separately and then blend them together to make a powder. Mangoes have turned really nice and soft. I do press them down a little to mash up, adjusting the water consistency, as we do want the mangoes to bubble in for a few minutes, infusing the masala powder. We want it to be a semi-liquid consistency. And now for the tadka with oil, mustard seeds. I cover up with a plate to avoid all the spluttering, keeping the kitchen countertop clean. Curry leaves and hing. Taking off as I finish makes me feel really nice. Banana chips are such a must to make the festive platter complete in Kerala for Onam. So here I have 5 raw bananas in a bowl with a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of salt and water that I keep ready. I slit open the banana skin and use a knife from the top to cut downwards the banana skin. I immediately cut them one after the other in round using a knife and place them in the bowl straight away so that they don't discolor. This way I have completed all 5 of them. I set them aside for a good 15 minutes time, absorbing the salt and turmeric color until I make these date pan. I have got these de-seeded dates. It opens up like a pocket. And here is my pan masala section with different varieties and flavors. I add a teaspoon of each, just like a pan. I fill it up generously and airtight them, covering up with a cling film so that it's ready in the serving bowl. I use a sieve to get rid of the water. And until the water is completely drained, I deep fry poppadums, which are such a must to have for Onam, and then continue using the same oil to deep fry bananas. I do them in batches, spreading them until they turn crispy. I did add in half a teaspoon of salt on top. And have given a good shake, as you can see, and here the banana chips have turned nice and crispy. Now onto a small pan, I deep fry majjige menshinkai yogurt chilies. I break open the coconut using a pestle, hitting the shell at the center in all the directions first. And then I hit it hard to break open, in which way we will get a round shape cut. I have grated the coconut and using half a portion of it to make pan laddus that I have shown as an YouTube short just very recently. It actually turned out to be super tasty the first time that I tried, and I really wanted my friends to enjoy it as well. So doing it again today, I add in sugar in the same ratio of coconut, which is 1:1. I'm making 10 laddus. I'm using 10 pan leaves. I have measured the coconut also in 10 round sizes approximately so that the flavor of the pan is strong. I roughly tear the pan leaves in a mixie jar and then add in the milk to blend into a paste. Onto a thick paste pan, adding in grated coconut, sugar, pan puree. Very little of milk. I add all of them together at once and then combine. A nice, rich, green, natural flavor coming from the pan leaves. So we wait until the sugar melts and the milk is absorbed. I apply very little of ghee onto my palm to make round balls. And in the center, I add in gulkand and cover up. And then I add in a few rose petals at the top. So these are some of the things that I prepped a day before, making it easy for the next day. Just in time, I happened to get the much awaited parcel from the Codville. Let me show you what I've got. It's a food warmer tray. Interesting, right? Comes in a compact pack and a pouch that we can easily carry even on a holiday. I love things which needs less space. It's all curled up, asking very little space. A manual in different languages for an easy start. Quite a unique product, right? Something that is going to be super useful every day, especially for a person like me who loves eating hot food and cannot eat anything cold. Well, it's that easy. I just place the food warmer on the kitchen countertop and plug it in to get started. Press the power button on the control panel. The machine turns in after a beep with a default temperature setting to 100 degrees Celsius and a duration of 2 hours. The machine will automatically begin heating. If you need to adjust the temperature, touch the plus to increase and minus to decrease. The selected temperature will blink twice after a beep. Selection is then confirmed for the heating to commence. You can also press the timer button, adjusting the time. What I love the most is the child lock function. Press and hold the child lock button for 5 seconds. After a beep, the child lock function is activated, keeping it more secure when kids are around. With Sanika to be back home soon after school, you know how hungry kids are. And she loves me serving little portions of food, which I normally do on a lap tray, but now this gets even better. This food warmer heating tray serves perfect for after school snack that we can have everything ready. Keep the food warm, making it taste all good, in which way children will enjoy the food without fussing. So I have made tomato soup in a mug, her favorite baby bell cheese to soften with heat. And in another, I have hapshi halwa, which will taste amazingly good being warmed up. I feel this tray will be super helpful for keeping the desserts warm as well. Desserts cannot be heated, but certain desserts will taste extremely good when warmed up. This tray will come in very useful, especially when having guests. We can serve the dessert in this food warmer, and the dessert will taste really good, and it makes it such a nice feeling to just pick up your own cup of dessert from the tray. My kids love apples when steamed, and it tastes even better when it's hot. I add in a teaspoon of jaggery for the healthier version. This tray is definitely a lifesaver in the kitchen, as we mums can keep everything ready with time on hand before kids are back from school. Many a times it becomes such a chaos with kids coming home very hungry, and we as mums trying our best to fit in everything at once. I'm keen and eagerly waiting for Chotu to come home now. And this is going to be a pretty good surprise for her.
That looks so good. You got the chips.
What is
bread.
it? What is
Yeah.
I've set the tray on child lock. This came in at the right time with temperatures beginning to drop. Yes, she is very happy, and I feel this product is so safe to use for children and for parties as well. Everything was nice and warm for Chini to enjoy. This is definitely going to be on the dining from now on. Thank you, Coldfill, for sending us this food warmer tray. We are finding it very useful to have at home, and I'm going to continue using it for the party for tomorrow. This food tray is definitely worth the buy. So I'm leaving a link for you all to have a look at this electric heating tray from Coldfill. The tray heats up quickly and evenly in just 5 seconds. Also have a discount code in the description box, so please make sure to use it. I'm expecting my friends home today, and I have a few things to prepare, nice and fresh for the day. So I start off with a detox drink that will be perfect to drink when they arrive. I remove the seeds from the lemon before adding in the large water dispenser. I have 4 lemon, 2 lime circles, 3 mint leaf sprigs, 3 drumstick leaf sprigs, which is moringa. I set it so that it's nicely infused, and a good 6 hours is plenty for the water to be infused, and it will be perfect to drink. I then make tomato chutney with 6 tomatoes. And yes, I have used coconut oil for the entire cooking for today for its flavor and goodness. In a pan with a tablespoon of coconut oil, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, a teaspoon of chana dal, a teaspoon of cashew nuts, 10 curry leaves, 2 dried red chilies, 4 garlic cloves, 2 inches of ginger, 4 green chilies, 6 tomatoes chopped roughly. I sprinkle in salt, covering it up so that they become soft fast. I forgot to add hing, so here I'm adding in hing. This should have been added before the tomatoes. Once the tomatoes are soft, around 25 mint leaves, handful of coriander leaves, and salt to taste. We allow it to completely cool down before making a chutney. To make a coconut sagu, I have 4 carrots, handful of beans, 1 small baby pumpkin, 6 baby potatoes, 2 onions that I have chopped in cubes. For the sagu masala, in a mixie jar, 2 teaspoons of dhania seeds and cumin seeds, 2 inches of ginger, 6 green chilies, 1 full coconut grated, salt to taste, a tin of coconut milk for the very rich and creamy flavor. Onto a large pan with coconut oil, mustard seeds, curry leaves, chopped vegetables, coconut gravy. I ensured not to use turmeric powder, the little things that I can to create and giving the Kerala touch to the menu. So we are going to cook the vegetables in the gravy, which will take around 10 minutes. You can see it's a nice thick creamy curry to enjoy with dosas. I have the dosa batter ready, and it's nicely fermented. It's a set dosa that I will be making hot once my friends arrive. To make tomato rasam, I have a tablespoon of peppercorns, a tablespoon of dhania seeds, a tablespoon of cumin seeds that I have ground into a powder first, and then adding in 10 garlic cloves, handful of coriander leaves to make a paste. In a pot with 6 tomatoes chopped, ground masala that we allow to cook completely until nice and mushy. Adding in salt, and then I add in water. We give this a boil for a very good 20 minutes time. Parallelly, I have the pressure cooker with half a cup of tur dal. I have the tomato chutney ready now. I have drumstick leaves that I discard the stem holding on top, upside down and pull down the leaves. A few hulchik soppu tikota leaves. These are tangy in taste, adding in handful. The rasam has come to a good boil, so I turn off the flame and make vagarne with ghee, mustard seeds, curry leaves, red chilies, hing. One last item to finish is the pappu with a teaspoon of coconut oil, 2 tomatoes, all the leafy vegetables, and then once they become soft, I add in the cooked dal, water, turmeric powder, homemade garam masala, salt, tamarind pulp and green chili paste. Let me arrange the table with all the food now ready. It's a lot easier to manage and cook when it's just the right number of friends at home to accommodate on the dining table too. With it being the Onam theme, I have managed to get the banana leaves. Even though I kept all the food items on the table ready, I completely forgot and slipped out of my head to keep bananas which I had bought and the date pans that I had made. So next time to tick off the list on the dining as well so that I don't miss out on anything that I have prepared. I have the glasses for water and little shooter glasses for majjige. I've also kept the cups for sambar and rasam. With everything now ready, I go get ready as well before my friends arrive. I set the electric heating tray ready on the island so that it will be used for good when making dosas. I have the ghee pot to melt for now.
Happy Onam.
This is sagu times.
And these are my lovely friends home who are all dressed in off-whitish sari and different colored blouses. We all loved getting dressed together. It was more like a girly catch-up over food. We had the whole house for a few hours to ourselves. It's a nice feeling to have friends home every now and then to uplift our moods for good instantly. Meghna is helping me in making dosas and we place them on the heating tray to keep them nice and hot until eaten. We also use the tray on the dining, keeping the katoris with pappu and rasam one after the other so that we get to enjoy them eating hot. In today's Onam Sadya, we have salt, mavinkai raspalle, tomato chutney, majjige menshinkai, balikai chips, vegetable sagu, poppadam, set dosa, rice, tuppa, majjige, pappu and rasam. And pan laddu as well.
5 o'clock ಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ. ಇವ್ರು ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉಪ್ಪಿಟ್ಟು ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತಿದಾಗ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ.
Cleaning the food warmer tray is all easy. I have turned off the power button. It's cooled down. I give it a wipe with a kitchen towel. This is going to be on our dining table from now on. Perfect for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I really hope you found this video super useful and happy to see me back working in full form, just the way I like it. Thank you so much for watching this video in full. See you all again in my next video. Bye for now.